Hi, everyone. It's CricketSong with Lunar Wisdom, and you're watching a special edition of Wyrds, Witches, and Witchcraft. And I'm here with Aaron Lozano from Turtle Heart Tarot. Say hello.
Hello.
Yay. And tonight we are doing readings for you, our viewers. So if you are in the chat room, please feel free to ask questions. I do ask that you type your questions in all caps so that as the chat starts going, we're able to see and pick out your questions. I also ask that you ask one question, and if we have some time at the end, we would welcome additional questions. So basically you get one question for this hour. We will be broadcasting for an hour, and it's going to be short reading. So please don't ask very long, complicated questions. If you do, we may end up skipping over your question. Because I think the last time we did this, we really we were able to get a bunch of people in, but we tried to answer, not too complicated questions, Aaron does have a website, Facebook, a YouTube channel. Go check it out, Turtle Heart Tarot. The link is in the information section of this live stream, and he offers readings. And you can also, yes, he does. And he does wonderful weekly energy of the week readings. I've been sharing it on my Facebook page, so you should check that out too. So he does offer readings. So if you're interested in getting a more in-depth reading with Aaron, please go check him out on his website. And I, too, do readings, so check out my website, lunarwisdom.net. So we both offer readings yes, and we're doing this to, I don't know, I look at it for me as sort of giving back to our community.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good because I feel that sometimes people are in confusion and they don't want to go to just any old psychic or person or tarot reader or whatever. And at least with this, they're getting some kind of peace of mind, and it's fun.
I know it's fun. I enjoy it. I know I enjoy it, and I enjoy working like this with Aaron. A nice energy mingle here. I enjoy this. So okay, we got it. Here we go. Bella Loughran would like to know a look at her week ahead, basically. So I think Aaron and I agreed we're going to pull 3 cards. We're going to give you our look. Usually they pretty well play off of each other if I remember the last time we did it. What deck are you using, Aaron, tonight?
Tonight I'm using the Everyday Witchcraft deck, which I love. I fell in love with. She just published it, I believe. I don't know who it was, but she wrote that book, Everyday Witchcraft. And so she did a tarot deck off of it, so it's very witchy. Okay,
and
I fell in love with it.
Okay, and I'm using, as usual, although this is going to be changing soon, I'm using the Green Witch Tarot, but I'm going to be changing that up. I just ordered a new deck, and I want to play with that later. All right, so Bella Loughran, what do we got for her? Her week ahead.
Oh, I see a lot of change happening around her for the week ahead. I see that it's involving people, and I do see that it's involving money. So this change is going to either be about, her finances or maybe her job. But I do feel that there is a decision that's going to need to be made for this coming week.
Yeah, and I would say I would definitely agree with the money, and I do see change. I also see a suggestion that using some wisdom as you go through this change, whatever this change is, don't react impulsively or emotionally, but pull on what wisdom you know about the situation. But it definitely has to do with money or work. Definitely. Pentacles all the way over here.
Yeah, they were all pentacles, actually.
Yep,
I got the King, Queen, and the 5.
I had the Knight, the 7, and the King.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, right? Nourish Your Soul asks, what does my career path look like?
Career path?
Yes. does my career?
Does she have a job?
It just says, what does my career path look like? Let me move my microphone over to give me some room here. It's just in my way. It took up, like, I put it right in the middle of my desk like I usually do, but then I have no place to shuffle my cards. All right, Nourish your soul. What does my career path look like? All right.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, well, whatever, I see some sort of decision for you to make in regards to work. I feel like you're sort of standing at a crossroads and trying to make some sort of choice, whether it's to leave your current path and go in a different direction, or to maintain, but some sort of, if you're staying on that same path, I see some sort of decision making. But I do feel like whatever it is, the counsel here is to really sort of stay rooted, stay grounded, don't get carried away, and sort of take control of the situation. Don't allow other people to make the decision for you. So really search what it is you want to do, and really, you know, own your power and make that choice.
Yeah, that's what I got too, because I got the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and there's your action. Like, something needs to take place, and you also need to stand your ground. You also need to make those decisions, tell people this is what I want to do. Like, if you're thinking of changing your career path, which I kind of feel that that's what's happening right now, is that you're trying to change your career path. Like, you really got to do the research, and if you do the research, you got to stick with that dream. Don't like take all this information from other people telling you it's not going to work or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Queen of Wands, the World Tree, which is what is that? That's the world. Duh. The World Tree is the world, and the Three of Pentacles. That's what I had gotten for her. Sage Clarke. Hi, I want to have a reading to connect to my great-grandfather. His name is Clyde Clarke. So I guess Sage wants to know what her great-grandfather might have to say. Wants to connect with her grandfather. Or he. I'm sorry, Sage could be he or she. And I was worried nobody was going to show up.
I know. It's awesome.
Oh, silly, silly CricketSong.
You always say that every time. I know. I noticed that sometimes you'll be like, I don't know if people are going to show up. And every time people show up, even the last ones, like, they always show up.
I know. Well, I don't know. I don't, you know, this is the first time we've gone live since we've been back. So yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I promoted it enough. Hide.
I really feel like your grandfather is telling you that you need to create right now. Like, creativity is the biggest thing for you. And I feel that that's, you know, like, you're going to have to create relationships and create, you know, prosperity within your life. And I feel that, you know, he's telling you to move forward, that he's telling you to let the past go in order for you to be able to create that happiness that's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Create. I got a lot of wands. 2 of the 3 cards are wands. So we got a lot of, when I see that, it's energy moving forward. Mm-hmm. So yeah, creating and projecting. And I see the 4 of wands as like a team, so or an ally. So I almost feel like what I'm getting here is that he's with you, or he's guiding you, or he's standing with you. And it's, as I was shuffling and laying down the cards, I felt like there was someone standing right here. So, I mean, I feel like he is with you. The High Priestess came up too, which is the third card here, which tells me that you're very intuitive and very tuned in anyway. So trust yourself. I mean, if you're trying to connect with him on your own, I feel like it would be easy for you to do that too. So. And Rene, I miss you, Rene. Rene wants to know, when will business pick up? Rene, I miss you. All right. Want to have some good news for Rene. Come on. Good news. Good news. All right, Rene. I got the Three of Athames, the Standing Stone, which is the Judgment card, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. So in regards to work, which is what I feel like Page of Pentacles is sort of a indicating of what you do for work, I feel like there is sort of a decision. This seems to be the theme tonight. People making decisions, trying to decide which way to go. And I feel like there's conflict in this decision. And until you, or, you know, the boss, until the two of you make a decision on what direction to go to, business isn't going to pick up, because I feel like the energy is not being focused in one specific direction. And because it's so like in different areas, that it sort of is stalling, and that's why things aren't moving forward. So until that focus can be, you know, the perception can be focused, or the intention can be focused, that's when you're going to see the momentum pick up again. So it's sort of like when you make a decision, when things are, you know, figured out, that's when it will pick up.
Yeah, that's what I got too, because I got the Six of Swords and that stuck with me. And I was like, she's still going through this journey, this change that's happening. And it's like there's no solidification there for her in order for that prosperity to come into her life. And the moment it clicks for her, like, hey, I'm ready for that good to hit me, then it'll all come rushing in. And those are the cards that I saw, which is Three of Cups and Nine of Cups. And I'm like, it's there. You're going to get it. It's just your spirit needs to be in that direction and be like, this is what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very positive. I feel like it will pick up. Yeah.
It will. Yeah, I agree. It's just sort of focusing that, or allowing that, you know, kind of thing. I love the deck. Thank you both. Tamara, am I going to lose my income? Am I going to lose my income? All right. I'm going to lose my income. Go ahead.
Okay. I was waiting. I didn't know. I do feel that you're asking if you're going to lose your income. I think I would ask, what am I going to get what I think I'm going to get? Because I feel like you're going if you're asking for a raise, if you're going, I feel like there's more legal matters happening, but I do feel that you're going to get what's needed to move forward, but it's not going to be what you're expecting. So losing your income, no, I don't feel you're going to lose your income, but you'll have enough to get you where you need to go.
Yeah, I sort of feel like there's a shift happening with this income. I mean, I don't necessarily feel like you're going to lose it, but I don't feel like you're going to keep it. Which, I mean, I would need really to have a really good answer. I would need to ask more clarifying questions here, because I do see sort of you waiting for something, like standing and waiting for something, but you're also watching something go away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like there's an exchange happening. It may not happen, like Aaron said, in the way you expect it to. So I feel like it's almost like expect the unexpected, but how can you do that? And I feel like it could put you in a situation where you're uncomfortable, but once it's worked out, it'll be better.
Yes.
But it may not be exactly what you think it's going to be either. So yeah, I mean, it's like you may lose it, but you're going to gain something too in that. So yeah, sometimes these quick readings are a little more confusing than they are clarifying.
Yeah. Because we want to like ask those, probing questions as, well, what is the income? And, like we would have been able to answer more.
Yeah. How does my love life look? Danny Brown wants to know. By the way, I want to say you're so amazing, sending love. Oh, thank you. Okay, Danny Brown, how does my love life look? Love life. Love. Oh, I dropped cards. Huh. Okay. I feel like we should have music playing.
I know.
I always say that. Let's see. How does my love life look? Do I go first? Do you go first?
You can go first.
I go first. Okay. Well, it looks like there is some, I don't necessarily want to say conflict, but there's some tension in regards to your love life. Whether there is some, I feel like a situation maybe that needs to be worked out before you can really enjoy the connection, whether it's with someone that you are with now or whether it's someone that may be coming into your life. I almost feel like there is something that needs to be worked out and reconciled before you can enjoy the love either that you have or the love that you will be having. I do see love. I do see, what is this? The 9 of Cups. So I feel like you would have it, but I feel like the 5 of Wands here talks to me about working out something. And the 3 of Wands sort of letting something go or releasing something. So that's what I mean. I feel like there is some sort of situation that has to be worked out first.
I feel that there's a lot of friendships around you, not romance. That's what I feel like. There's a lot of abundance of love around you that people say you're so great and wonderful, but I don't know if it's on your side or their side that connection's not there. Like someone's not speaking how they feel in fear that they will reject the other person. So, I mean, there is love there, like, CricketSong said, but I feel like something's not being said, and like you're more on the friendship level right now, and no one wants to take it to that next level.
Maybe that's the thing that has to be worked out before you can get that love, like to allow it to become something else. Yeah. Marco Polo. Oh, that's shuffling. CV. What does my unavailable crush feel about me?
Ooh.
Will he ever come for me? So, okay.
Unavailable and will he come for me?
All right. Let's check that out. That's intriguing. I want to know more about that situation. How does he feel about me? Will he come for me? How does he feel about me? And will he come for me?
Do I go or you go?
I don't know. You can go.
Okay. I feel that. How does he feel about you? I think there's a lot of confusion in that mix right there. I feel that there's a lot of indecisiveness. And I also feel that if he's unavailable and if you're with somebody and you're in a relationship, then I feel like both of them are kind of similar. Like, I feel like there's two, and they're both kind of similar on the same level as far as nurturing and love. But there's indecisiveness. If you're asking how he feels about you, he doesn't know. I don't think he's stepped over that boundary to make love be shown. I think they're just full of so much love. Like, the people you date are kind of watery emotional. So
yeah, I feel like there's two other people involved too. I mean, I feel whether the CV is with someone and the unavailable crush is with someone, I feel like both of them are unavailable. And I feel like the relationships are similar too. And I do feel like there's sort of this triangle going on here as well. So I feel like there is a strong bond there. But yeah, I feel like there's hesitancy to cross the line. And it might be just because you are both unavailable. So why rock the boat when there is nothing that can come of it, at least at this point? Yeah, I agree. November Eve, have I set reasonable goals? Have I set reasonable goals? Set reasonable goals. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like the goals, I don't know if they're reasonable or not. What I'm getting here, though, actually, is that you're challenging yourself. So I do feel like the goals that you set may be a struggle to attain, but they are attainable. And I feel like, even if you were to attain the goals that you've set for yourself, you're still going to find that you feel like something still is missing. So reading just the 3 cards, I feel like you might want to reevaluate the goals and make sure they're really goals you want to attain for yourself instead of goals that you think you should want to attain. if that makes sense.
That does. That's exactly what I was going to say, because I got the Devil, 2 of Cups, and 7 of Cups, and I feel like it's scattered. Like you made your goals as you're traveling down, you're going to find that you've made your goals out of ego rather than, like, you want something, but it's not what you need right now. And so you're going to find exactly what you need, but those goals are going to be reevaluated, like CricketSong said. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do feel like that the goals that are set could be a struggle to get to, again, because like Aaron said, they're really not what emotionally would be fulfilling for you.
Correct,
yeah. Hey everyone. Hey. Oh, you're such an amazing person, Aaron.
I know, it's Brittany. That's my ESO bestie in our game that we play.
Oh, Rene misses me too. Yay.
We love you too, Rene.
I
miss Rene.
I miss her too, like for real. Marco Polo, did you already ask a question? I don't know. I feel like you did, or she did.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No, they just commented like that shuffling.
Oh, they commented. Okay, all right. So Marco Polo, will I have enough income to complete / pay off my goal? Marco Polo, will I have enough income to complete / pay off my goal?
I feel that not right now. Like, not right now, not at this moment, but it will take place. But just if your goal is in the next few months, I would have to say that you're kind of, it needs a little bit more time, but it will happen.
Yeah, I agree. I see some sort of struggle attaining either the income or the goal at this point, or both, because if you need the income to attain your goal, I feel like there's struggle right now, and there's sort of a concern about attaining it. But in the future, I definitely see it happening. But yeah, not right now. I agree. There's a struggle there to get through. Nice hair. Thank you. My bangs aren't doing what I want them to do tonight, but thank you. Dirty Dean wants to know, how is my magical path coming along? I don't know. How is your magical path coming along, Dean? How are you? How are things back on the East Coast? All right, let's see. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it looks to me like I'm seeing two sort of personalities coming along for you in regards to your magical path. Now, because we're talking about a magical path, they could be actual people, or they could be spiritual entities or energies that you are working with or going to be working with. But I see two sort of very similar yet different energies coming in. So they may be of the same source, but different polarities. They may be both deities, but different deities. They may be, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But I do feel like It's going to help you align or tie into your magic more efficiently or more powerfully or more successfully. That's what I see.
I feel the same. I don't get the entities, but I do feel that he's receiving what he needs to receive right now on this level of spiritual growth to get him to the next level of spiritual growth that is going to happen for him. If he feels that he's done, he's not. Like, there's more that's there that he will experience that will be good for him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's exciting. I liked that. That was fun. That one was fun. Not that any of the other ones weren't, but I like doing readings about stuff like that. Okay. Moon Wolf Spirit wants to know, will my heart ever find its peace? Will my heart ever find its peace?
Oh. Well, that card flew out. So the Magician flew out.
Ooh.
So I'm going to keep that one.
Yeah. I like the Magician. Will my heart ever find its peace? You can start.
Okay. I feel that yes, it will, but it's all about your thought process and your mind. So your happiness is created by you, and right now you need to see that whatever situation took place, that you have to stop looking at it as a win and lose situation, and that's when the heart will move forward. Like, you'll be able to heal in that process. So when the Magician jumped out, it's telling me that you hold the power in your hand to change the way you're viewing that situation.
Yeah, I agree. All three cards, I got the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands here. So they're all Wands, all 3 of them, which, again, when the way I read it is definitely energy moving and being projected forward. So that's you. That's your, like Aaron was saying, it's your control. It's your own sort of movement, your own intention. And there may be hesitancy, but sort of having sort of a game plan for yourself on where you want to see yourself and how to get there. But it's really up to you to do this, to find the peace that you're searching for, and not sort of relying on other people to find that for you, but taking control of that situation and manifesting it for yourself by doing, moving. I know CV asked a question, so we'll come back to that one. I want to go to Shelby. Am I on the right path for a career with a job I will begin here in the next week? Am I on the right path for a career with the job I will begin here in the next week? I guess I can start. Am I on the right path? Career. Am I on the right path for a career? Well, I feel like the job that you're going to begin next week is going to be good for you, but I do feel like in the near future there's going to be a shift or a change. So whether it's I don't know. I don't feel like you're on the wrong path, but I don't necessarily feel like the career you're going into is going to be the one that you're going to stay with. I feel like in the near future there's going to be a shift. Either in the job or sort of in your own decision on what you want to pursue. So I'm actually not even, and it's all about you judging it for what it is. I don't feel like anybody else is going to tell you you're on the wrong path or this job isn't for you. I feel like it's you who decides that, well, maybe this isn't exactly what I thought it was, or maybe I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would, or maybe this isn't what I want. So that's sort of what I got.
Mm-hmm. I see that it's going to be good for you, that it's going to, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is kind of what I chose. But I feel that you'll get like a different offer from someplace else that you've been looking at. Like you applied at all these different places, or you didn't go with the second place that didn't call you back. I feel like they're going to call you back while you're going through all this. So that shift that Cricket was talking about, I feel like that's it. Like that. Yeah, but you'll have to decide and come back when we do readings again, or get it from us about when that happens, because I feel like this can be prosperous for you, but it's all about your happiness.
Yeah, that's probably the shift, because that's interesting.
Yeah.
We're right
it's
about
crazy how we work. Like when, like me and you doing the readings, we've only had like one time where you're like, well, I don't really see that, I disagree, and it was because you had a different take on it. But usually the cards were in sync with
I know
what we're doing.
And I'm always like, hey, I wonder what he pulled as I'm pulling them and I'm talking, and I'm like, oh no, that's exactly what I have. I'm looking at this, and that's exactly how I'm going to interpret that too. Or it's like you come up with something and I may come up with something a little different, but they fit together. Like it gives you more of a complete story, like that one we were just talking about. I think you're right about the struggle and the concern of attaining it. Thank you. Oh, that was Marco. Okay, misfit. Am I on the correct spiritual path? Am I on the correct spiritual path? Oh, Shelby says, did you see? She says she has another job she'd love to have. See? Okay. Am I on the right spiritual path?
So spiritually speaking, I feel that Spirit's telling me that, if your spiritual path, whatever it is, needs to contain healing inside of it. So whether you're a tarot reader or whether you're going into crystals or whatever, that healing modality needs to be included in your spiritual path. If you're separating that healing from the spiritual path, then you're not going down. It'll be more of a struggle. But I feel that yes, you're doing things that you feel are going to benefit you in the end. But I think my advice is, Spirit says to go more towards healing. So.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like, generally, like Aaron was saying, I do feel like you're going on the right spiritual path. But interesting enough, in this deck that I use, for the initiation card, meaning, something is going to be shifting or changing, and you're going to have a personal epiphany, or you're going to be introduced to another aspect of your spiritual path, which I'm looking at cups and saying some sort of healing. So I definitely feel like you're on the right spiritual path, but being introduced to a healing aspect of that path, or learning a new healing in that, or if you're already doing some sort of healing, it's going to open up and you're going to learn something more about the healing that's going to enable you to sort of sever or sort of release something that you're still carrying with you. So yeah, exactly. Crazy.
I know.
Good evening. I have a question. Okay, Cat D. What is stopping my spiritual magical growth? I want to take control of it, but I'm hitting a frustrating wall. Yeah, that can be very frustrating when you're hitting a wall. I'm hitting a wall. So, I feel like when I'm looking at these, the sense I'm getting is that there is something that what I feel like there's fear here. I feel like you are afraid of whatever is beyond that wall. I feel like there's hesitation to move forward. I sort of feel like either you're afraid of changing something or challenging a belief that you might have had, or just sort of afraid of going beyond, I guess, your comfort zone. And until you can sort of look that fear or the shadow or whatever that is and sort of confront it, you're going to stay sort of exactly where you're at. So whatever it is that you're afraid of, once you can like move through it, you'll find that you will grow. And I feel like that's what's stopping you.
Yeah. I mean, the word that came to mind when she first asked that question was the word devotion. Like Spirit was saying, she needs to be devoted to whatever path she's choosing, and you have to work through the storm. And right now, the storm's happening because maybe you've reached a level of, you know, whatever it is, like if you're practicing witchcraft or whatever, they're going to challenge you and say, okay, are you ready to take the next step or not? And I think you're at the I don't know yet. And so I feel your goals need to be changed. Your ideals need to be changed. You need to see the way you look at things, like, you know, CricketSong said too. Like once you get past that, that's it. You'll move forward from it. But you really got to devote your life to it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when we are not devoted, it's because it's too difficult. I think sometimes we when we come to a point where we may say we're devoted and we may even think we're devoted, but when it gets difficult, when there's a challenge that we're not sure we can overcome, or we're afraid of failure, or we're afraid to step beyond the line because we're not sure what's on the other side, I feel like that's sort of what we're talking about here, being devoted to push through the storm or the difficult stuff. Yeah. Then life, happiness again. Then life, happiness again. Yeah. I'm wondering what my spirit guides have to say. I'm feeling incredibly intuitive as of late. I feel like spirit is speaking to me. Hi, Eve. How are you? Okay. What do you got, Aaron?
I feel that spirit is trying to speak to you, like your loved ones are trying to speak to you, like your ancestors are trying to speak to you. Because I feel that spirit is telling me that you have asked them to speak to you. Like you have said, hey, I need help, you know, please spirit guides or please family who've passed forward, please. And I feel like there's an alt, like you have that altar set up for the dead, like I do. Like I have an altar for the dead. And so does CricketSong. And I feel like you've been reaching out to them and they're fine. Yep, that's what I feel. I feel like they're finally talking to you, and just keep listening and keep understanding that the signs that they're giving you are everyday signs. That's what I feel.
I totally agree. Oh my God. I'm looking here and going, it's your beloved dead. It is your beloved dead. And yes, they're coming to you because you've asked. And I feel like you are in the right place right now. Things have lined up right now for you for them to come through. And it's the time. It's the time. Whether you've done work on yourself or you've, taken mediumship classes or whatever you've done, this is the exact time that it's supposed to happen. And they are. Yes, exactly. Oh my God. That was so great. Kat D said, I wrote what you both said down. This really helps. Thank you. Okay, so nobody else is asking questions. So CV asked another one, so we'll answer that for you. CV wants to know, I'm single. Will I ever get married? Okay. Single. Will I ever get married? I know we're in sync tonight, aren't we? We so are. This is great. Oh my gosh.
And now I know, like, when Spirit's coming through and talking, like, I get the chills. And so whenever, or I get this fuzzy feeling on my head, like, Source is giving me the information. And so on that one, yes, I was like, I feel like the spirits are, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
CV, will I ever get married? I do. I'd say yes, but my concern here is getting married just for the sake of getting married and not getting married because you're in love with the person. So I would just say, because I do see marriage, but I don't see it going as easily as it could, which then gives me sort of red flags as to the motive for getting married. So I would just caution to make sure that when you are ready to get married or you think you're ready to get married, that you're really doing sort of a self-evaluation and that you're getting married for love, not necessarily just so you won't be alone kind of thing. Because if you don't get married for the right reason for you, then it's just going to lead to more unhappiness.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the emotional level with you. I feel like you have to work through your past actions, your past hurts, everything. Because if you go into that marriage with all that baggage, forget it. I feel that there is stuff there that needs to be done on your side in order for the relationship to work if you do get married.
Yeah. I agree. There's a lot of baggage and emotional hurt here. But I do see marriage. But again, just make sure it's, at the right time for you. Eve wants to know if we're picking anything. Are we getting any information about her for her? Eve Hamilton. Go ahead.
I feel that she's not speaking her truth. I feel that she's not communicating in some way, shape, or form of what she really wants right now in a particular relationship. I feel that she needs to take control of it and she needs to state what is needed in order for it to move forward.
Yeah, I feel like she's hesitating on something here, and that she may feel intimidated by that person or the other in person, whoever it is we're talking about, whether it's a relationship or any kind of relationship. But I feel like there is someone sort of stopping her, like almost like bullying her, but maybe more intimidating her. Like if she's afraid that if she does speak what she wants to or say what she wants to, that she'll be ridiculed for whatever it is. And I think that's, I feel like the cards here in spirit is saying, you know, just say it, you know, just let it out. Dean, did you guys mean that as a good or a bad thing? Like, were the cards a warning or a blessing? Oh, I feel like when I saw those two entities that you might be connecting with, I felt like it was a good thing. It was a beneficial thing. Yeah. And Jiva, 65. Any advice on the upcoming holiday season when so many family members have diverging political views to the point of not speaking? It's so disheartening. Any advice? Holiday season. Lock yourself in your house. Don't come out until it's done. No, I'm kidding. Although that'd be crazy if the cards then said that, right? Let's see.
Your turn.
So the biggest thing I see here is compassion and empathy. And it's going to be tough. I know it's going to be tough, especially if you're talking to family members who have such opposite political views than you do. But I do feel like looking for common ground and being compassionate with each other and trying to empathize with the other person, and really walking away from anyone that might be throwing a temper tantrum or acting childish or immature. If they're really, putting their fingers in their ears and going la 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 la, and they're not listening, then just walk away. That's what I got.
Yeah, I see the same. Like the Three of Cups comes up, and that's telling me you need to go back to it's about family, not about politics. Yeah. So if they start to do their thing, which the Three of Swords comes up, they're going to try and cause pain. There may be hurt, but you got to look past that and just understand that you're there for family, not for that reason, and to go back to togetherness.
Yeah, definitely. Dean, if I can ask, what about the guys in love with me? What about them, Dean? Are you asking if a particular guy is in love with you or just the guys in general? Because we know they all love you. Whew, I'm getting hot over here. Energy is really flowing over here. Yeah, it is. I always need a fan going when I'm reading because I just get way too hot. Both.
Oh my God.
Dean, you crack me up. Crack me up, Dean.
Well, I would say that because the Queen of Wands popped out for you, and I think that you should go more towards someone who is magically compatible than just, the hot guy down the street. Okay? You need someone to keep up with the way that you think magically, and someone who can understand when you do state something to them. They won't just look at you blankly.
And I was just thinking, the Queen of Wands popped up because he is the queen with the wands, baby. That is Dean, right? And the wand, the Ace of Wands came up over here. Oh my God. All right. Let's see. All wands. Actually, 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and 2 of Wands. Dean, you got them all. I definitely agree with Aaron. I'd also say you definitely want to connect with the guy that really acknowledges you for who you are, you know, and really acknowledges that, but really also sort of, you know, supports you and really applauds you. You know, they take pride in what you do too. So it definitely, if we're talking magically, someone who is on that same page. I also would caution not just jumping in the next bed, you know.
Yeah.
Don't just, you know, he's laughing. Yeah, don't just settle, and don't just take the next Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Correct. I agree. Because I feel that like, is Dirty Dean, I've never met him, huh?
I don't think so. He's been on my show once.
Once.
On the
Okay,
Sacred Circle. Yeah,
so
from New York. Yeah.
I feel that Dirty Dean does go for Tom, Dick, and Harry, and
yes,
that's where that hurt comes in. And I feel that, you know, I don't know if I feel that maybe he holds on to that sometimes, but if he had somebody who was on the same page magically, they wouldn't be prone to do that. They would be more understanding and want to understand his spiritual path, because it really sucks when we have nobody to talk to about our spiritual path. Like Brian, my husband, I can talk to him all the time, and he at least comprehends some of the things that I throw out at him. And I'm sure with you, you're able to talk to your husband about these magical things or these dreams that you have. And I think that fulfills me, because I don't have to go looking for someplace else, or like, oh, you don't understand me. Like that. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Dean does need someone like that too. Yeah. And that brings us basically to the end. You fast. Scare guys away. You do not. Stop it. It brings us to the end of our show. Wow. That was great.
Fast.
It was. It always goes by fast.
And I saw I was like, oh, there's not that many questions. And all of a sudden, like, everyone just kept, okay, we're going to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out good. We're planning on doing this. What did we say? Every other month, I think? Yeah. We're going to do it every other month. Yeah. So I will let you all know. We didn't set a date. I realized maybe we should have done that so we could have announced it. But so this is October. So not in November, but in December. So we're going to schedule another date for doing these live readings in December. So Aaron will be back and back and back and back. So make sure you take note of it. And I know this is a new time for everyone. So, you know, make sure you plan ahead so you can come and ask your questions. Again, you can find Aaron on his website. Is it turtlehearttarot.com? Yep. Check it out. But the link is in the information section of the video. You can find that there. And what else? Next week will be our first live show with Obsidian Fire. So mark that on your calendar, or I think you can click something on the video for notifications when we go live. So check that out. We're going to be talking about shadow people. So that'll be a great conversation for this time of year. If you'd like more content, I have a Becoming Witch series, a Quest Within series, a blog series on my journey of self-love. Go check out my patron page. You can become a patron. Check out all the content that's available over there. Keep your eyes out here on the channel. I'm uploading videos again now that I'm settled here in my new place. So there'll be content, I think 1 or 2 videos and the live stream every week. So check that out. If you haven't followed me over on Facebook, go find me there too. Wonderful content on the CricketSong Facebook page and free weekly readings on the Lunar Wisdom Facebook page. So check that all out. Tons of stuff for you, everyone. And that's it. Thank you all for being a part of the show. We love you. I know I love you. I'm sure Aaron loves you.
I do. It was so much fun.
Yes. Blessed be everyone. See you next week.
Blessed be. Bye.